I hear Steven getting himself ice as he does.
And we are, I think, live. I think we've gone live. Yes, we've gone live.
Things rolling. You got it?
Yep, we are
All right.
live. Hello, everybody.
Now,
All right, so
my
Costa Rica days 6 and 7.
yes, the last days.
Nice.
Unfortunately, the trip did
Nice.
have to end at some point,
Yeah.
but we have some of the coolest animals, in my opinion, to talk about on this day, on these
Okay.
days, on
Okay.
this day about those days. Yeah.
Yeah, and I apologize. I called this episode day 6, but it'll be fine.
Well,
I can
I'm gonna
change
be
it.
honest. I barely saw anything on day 7. I do have an animal from day 7, but
Okay.
it is mostly day 6. So,
Okay. All right. All right.
all right.
Day
So,
6 and
first up,
7.
we have Manuel Antonio National Park, which is this
Okay.
really cool, like coastal forest, sandy beach area where you can go swimming and you can also see animals doing animal things. It's
Okay.
a really nice place. I mean, you can just see from this one screenshot, there's some islands in the distance. Overall, it's just a very nice place to be.
Yeah.
It's like a nature's lovers version of a tropical beach, basically. However, the first animal I'm going to talk about today, I didn't see there, but I saw around it and I saw the day before,
Okay.
and they live in the general vicinity. So today we're going
Okay.
to start off with probably one of the coolest animals I
Okay.
saw. The oh, I have to hit this. The North Central American scarlet macaw,
Okay.
which I have a little plush
Cool.
of right here. Look at this little guy. This is a lot smaller than the real one. Yeah, so this is the Central American subspecies of the scarlet macaw. There's also the South American subspecies, but that one has more green instead of the blue.
Okay.
So, for example, the little figure you have, Dad, actually you have there at the studio
Oh,
is
yeah, I
of
can
the
go get
other
it. I can get it. Hang
subspecies. Is he getting it? I mean, I can't see him right now because my computer's like, oh, you have two screens, one TV, one laptop. Well, then guess what? You don't get to see anything else because we're going to take up both screens for the PowerPoint. It's kind of annoying, but
No, no, they can, they're seeing me and you
well, I'm telling what I
in the
see.
PowerPoint. Oh, yeah,
So I
all
have
you
no
see is
idea if you
PowerPoint.
died or not.
No, no, I'm showing them the Scarlet Macaw that you got
Yeah,
me.
so the one dad is holding is a looks like a South American scarlet macaw, but this looks like a North Central American scarlet macaw. So
Oh,
that's
okay,
cool.
cool. Cool.
Yeah, so this is the one I saw, and the
Okay.
one which is funny because I feel like the one they made looks more like the one from not their place because
Okay.
that's one I got in Costa Rica for my dad.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
coincidentally ended up being a new subspecies. So
Yeah,
it was
cool.
actually a business investment now. Anyway, so yeah, class Avis, order Psittaciformes, family Psittacidae. It's a macaw in
Yeah,
parrots, and it's a
yeah.
bird. Um, Scientific name for this one is Aramacocyanopterus.
Okay.
So that's this subspecies. The other one, if I had to, I guess I could check, but it's probably Macau or something like that. I
Okay.
can check real quick. For the nominate subspecies, they love to just do the name again, like the species name again. Very
Okay.
creative people.
Very creative people.
Uh, I was right. Look at me learning things and then teaching you all the things I learned. Anyway, so
This is
in
how
real
I get
life, they can
smarter.
get up to about 2 foot 11 feet long. So
Okay.
that's size for a bird. That's pretty sizable,
Yeah.
especially when they weigh two to
Yeah, 2
three
foot.
point
That's almost
nine one
almost
one
3
nine
foot long.
pounds.
Yeah.
What, Dad?
Almost 3 foot long. I'm showing them 3 foot.
I can't hear you, Dad.
Oh, sorry. I was showing them 3 foot.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I backed
Whenever
off on my
you speak up,
microphone.
I can hear you, but if you just I don't know if it's mumbling on my end or whatever, I can't hear
I
you.
think when I back off on my microphone here is
Yeah,
when you're having a
okay.
problem.
Well,
Yeah.
anyway, they
Okay.
mainly eat fruit, but they
Okay.
will eat other things like nuts and stuff, which they have that big beak to crack open, but they mainly eat fruit.
Okay.
And they live in rainforests, dry forests, rivers, mangroves, sandy coasts, and in mountains. What's actually
Okay.
really cool in Costa Rica is that they were going extinct, but then they got rescued like from conservation and by conservation and stuff. And
Right.
now they kind of sleep in the mountains, and then every morning they make a trip down to the coastline and the coastal
Okay.
areas to forage and stuff. And then
Okay.
towards the end of the day, they go back up into the mountains. Not super far into the mountains, but they go up a little bit. So that's kind of cool. There's all you can kind of track like their daily movements, and they kind of are predictable where they go. So
Cool.
it's pretty
Very cool.
easy. So it's actually pretty common now if you spend a couple days on the Central Pacific coast to spot a couple macaws, which is really
Yeah.
cool.
Nice. Very
Yeah.
nice.
So, and this, of course, there's some species live in Central America. Central American scarlet macaw. I know, shocker, right? So yeah, and then the top picture is the good picture from Wikipedia, and the one
Right.
below is if you see the dead tree and you see the little blob in there that's kind of blue and yellow and red, that's the
Oh,
macaw.
yeah. Yeah, 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 I
I
see.
think I saw some pretty good looks at them, but getting pictures was questionable.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
y'all get.
Yep.
Next up, though, is an animal I saw a lot and got very close to, whether I wanted to or not. Next up is the Panamanian white-faced capuchin, aka the monkey guy.
The
So
monkey
here I have a
guy.
plush.
Okay.
Now, there's good news and bad news. The bad
Okay.
news is I technically count this one as my Colombian white-faced monkey, which is a different species. They
Okay.
used to be thought to be subspecies, but they actually got split into different species.
Okay.
However, the good news is that they look almost identical, so my identification was arbitrary. So you can
Okay.
pretend this could be a Panamanian white-faced capuchin, and you would never know if I wasn't a blabbermouth. So, but yeah, it's really interesting because they were subspecies and they look identical, but now both this Cebus immature, the Panamanian white-faced capuchin,
Right.
and then the Colombian white-faced capuchin, Cebus capucinus, are now separate species. It's
Oh,
really
okay.
interesting.
Cool.
Shows you how complicated genetics are, which is why I'm not taking genetics if I can avoid it.
Yeah,
Anyway,
there you go.
so class Mammalia, order primates. They're related to us in that respect. You'll soon learn why as I describe them further. And then family Cibidae, which is some of the new old monkeys. Length is 1'1" to 1'6", so not huge, but
Right.
they're still like a little bigger than this.
Right.
Um, Weight of 8.625 pounds on average, so 8-9 pounds. Diets are omnivores; they'll eat anything that like they can get little grubby hands on. And I say that because they're found all throughout Central America, from Honduras to eastern Panama. That is not throughout all of Central America. That's like the southern
Right.
half. Don't
Right.
listen to me, apparently. Anyway, but they are very intelligent. They can learn to make tools,
Okay.
and they can take advantage of human resources, which includes using tour boats
Oh.
to drink because the caimans get scared away, which they did on day two, going onto the boats to steal fruit, which is why they were on our boats and very close to me, which was a little disturbing because it's a wild animal. I didn't want it to bite me, and I know monkeys can be very mischievous little fellows. They were fine. They're used to humans. We didn't provoke them. They're not going to randomly bite you. But as someone that understands how to interact with animals, I'm like, that's really close. It's right above my head on a boat.
I remember you mentioning that they didn't like going out on the tree branches to drink out of the water because the caimans would eat them. So when the boats came by, because the boats scared the caimans, they would hang
Mhm.
off the side of the boat and drink because they assumed they weren't going to get eaten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also would love to go on the boats to steal fruit, which is why it's illegal for those tour boats in the river. We're talking about the river from day two, by the way, if you watch that podcast, or if you want to go watch that podcast now, the river tour one. This
Right.
was the one thing I really wanted to mention, but I saved it for today to spread out the species better. But
Yeah.
yeah, they were absolute gremlins. That boat tour. And then on the coast, oh my lord, there are even more gremlins. I have a video that was slightly too big to send on Discord to my computer so I could use it in the podcast. But
Yeah.
they were literally playing on a roof with garbage and each other, and one of them was actively trying to tear a shingle off the roof. And then later, there's one like people were taking a break from swimming on the beach and walking around, and there was one just laying like this on his belt on his back, just in the middle of the
just
sand.
just chilling.
Maybe I should add that picture, but whatever. Maybe I'll do another podcast of my craziest animal encounters, and half of them will be from this trip. So maybe wait a little bit for that. But anyway, yeah. So these guys also, specifically on that beach, our tour guide had to stay with our bags, or someone did, because these monkeys are infamous for going to people's bags and opening them, like zipper and everything, and
Ugh,
stealing stuff because they're looking for food. And actually, there's a baggage check when you enter the national park, so you
okay,
don't bring in any food.
right.
But the monkeys still check anyway, so you have to be careful because the monkeys
Monkeys
may steal your stuff.
the monkey the monkeys are like, what is it? TSA.
Yeah. Well, no, there's TSA because of the monkeys.
Case yeah,
There's monkey TSA, not by the monkeys, for the
for the
monkeys. But then the
monkeys.
monkeys get jealous and then they do it. Okay, but yeah. So overall,
Very
very
cool.
cool animals, and it was very cool to see them. And also, they do live in troops. We always saw them in troops.
Yeah.
The one you see imaged was with others. That's just this is one of the best shots I got. I know I
Uh,
got a half decent photo. Shocker. Anyway, though, we will move on to a very interesting animal. This is the Atlantic brown pelican, which is a subspecies of brown pelican. Now, what's
okay.
really cool is I've actually seen two of these birds, subspecies of this bird. Sorry, I've seen more than two. So I believe what I have here does represent the Atlantic brown pelican. They all look
Okay.
very similar,
Okay.
but as far as I can tell, the Atlantic one tends to have more brown even during the breeding season on like the bottom of its bill, like on the pouch, which
Right.
we'll talk to about in a second. So that's why I called this one an Atlantic brown pelican. But at the
Cool.
end of the day, they all look very similar. I've
Cool.
also seen the Galapagos one when I went to Galapagos, obviously. But this one, the Atlantic, I've seen at like in Florida and Louisiana, but I've also seen them in Costa Rica. Because despite living mostly, Caribbean, Atlantic coast, that area, they also actually are on the Pacific side in Costa Rica and Panama.
Oh,
So yeah,
nice.
despite being the Atlantic brown pelican, I saw them in the Pacific. Well,
Nice.
technically, I saw them flying over the edge of the Pacific. I did not actually see one in the water of the Pacific, but like, okay, are we getting that technical? But yeah. So they also do change for breeding season. Like, as you can see from the main image here, they'll get more yellow and the bill will become brighter and stuff.
Right.
The American white pelicans we have up here will actually grow a little nose crest, like on their
Oh.
bill.
Oh, yeah, like, right he like,
And their
not out
bills
at
will
the
kind of
tip,
turn from
just
more
like
yellow to like bright orange. So the point is that pelicans will actually change for breeding, but it's
yeah.
more in their
Yeah.
face. And their
Cool.
bill, which of course includes this giant pouch, which they use to catch fish and anything else they can fit. When
Right.
I mean anything, I mean anything. You can look it up, and this isn't AI, this isn't fake. There's videos of these pelicans trying to eat anything. Capybaras, humans. I saw one try to eat a giraffe. I'm not kidding, like a full-grown giraffe. Bro tried to nom it. Like, ah. So the thing is that they're very opportunistic
They're
and
like
they'll just try
avian
to eat anything.
goats.
It doesn't work a lot of the time. Obviously, a pelican can't eat a giraffe, but it's really funny because
So
they
they're
just
they're
will try.
they're literally the goats of the bird world.
Yeah.
They'll eat
So
pajamas. They'll eat
very
onesies.
interesting. Um, but this can backfire because if they break their pouch by trying to eat something too big that they can actually kind of swallow, that
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
kill them. But most of the time, it's relatively harmless, and it's kind of funny to just see a pelican try to eat like a
Right.
5-year-old. No pelicans have eaten any 5-year-olds, by the way. Well, maybe don't leave your like newborn infant next to a pelican, but like I have a lot of questions if you're doing that.
It's like, don't
Anyway,
leave your chihuahua out if there's a coyote in town.
yeah. So this pelican, yeah, weighs 4 to 11 pounds, wingspan 6'7" to 7'6", length 3 foot 3 to 5 foot. Large bird.
Right.
Class Avis, order Pelicaniforms, which includes herons, but the
Okay.
family is Pelicanidae, which is only the pelicans.
Oh,
So they're
okay.
related to herons, but they're in their own group. their own
Okay.
family.
Okay.
Scientifically speaking, um,
Okay.
I mean, adopted family. I guess they could do whatever they wanted. I'm not going to tell a pelican what it wants to live with, but you get the point.
Yeah.
And then they live in like mangrove, sandy coasts, and rocky coasts and sometimes islands and urban areas they'll go into. Like on the Galapagos, they would literally stand around next to the guys who came in with fish, wanting the spare fish. Like they
Yeah.
just sit and wait there. We're on like I get Galapagos is a little different because the animals like are more protected, so the animals are more brave because there's
Yeah.
less
Yeah.
risk for them.
Yeah.
But like we're going to get on the boat to go from one island to another, and there's just like five pelicans at the fish market stand just standing there. Like they're in line for fish. They're like, "Excuse me, sir, would you be kind enough as to bequeath me some mackerel, kind sir?"
I'll
Mm,
gladly pay you Tuesday for a mackerel today.
yeah, it's funny. So, yeah. Also, I just remembered I keep forgetting the books. So now is a
Oh,
good time to pause and do some book time.
okay.
This is sponsored by books. It's better than the internet, which is hypocritical coming from someone talking to you on the internet. That's not important.
Okay, and
Anyway,
I made
let's
you
do the
fill the
birds first.
screen. I made you fill the screen
This
so that people can see the books.
is
Yeah, all the
All the
birds of the
Birds
world.
of the World. This is
That's
the
right.
book we always use.
Aside from it's the great big book of
Yeah,
everything
I
with
didn't
everything
bring
inside
that
of it.
because it didn't have any of the animals. Well, it did have
Yeah.
any of the animals these book didn't.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, so Pelican's gonna be 212. Ugh. All right, hold on a little. All right. So there are many species of pelican, but we will be talking about this one. Down here is
Okay.
the American brown
Oh,
pelican.
very cool. Oh yeah, I see his little yellow head, red eye, and white
Yeah, the
kind
one
of
next
here.
to it is the Peruvian pelican, which is very similar,
Oh
but
yeah,
that
but
one lives in
brown.
Peru. So
Yeah.
more southern than any of the brown pelicans.
Okay. Cool. Very
Do I
cool.
look good on my camera? I think I forgot to hit the little recording button.
Oh, hit the little trash can if you didn't.
But do
Just
I look okay?
I think so.
And it's
Oh,
capturing it, obviously, right?
yeah. Oh yeah, it's capturing it. Yeah. Oh, where'd you go? You just unplugged the cable?
No, I'm right here.
Oh, there you are.
It's a
You're
little
like,
touchy. I do remember that sometimes if I touch it, it goes winkers.
yeah, you're
Anyway,
frozen. Like we can hear you, but your picture's frozen.
oh, nuts. Uh,
Maybe turn
that
the camera
better?
off and back on.
Okay. Sorry, everyone. Mm-mm. Oh, nuts. Do I have to cook something? Um, do I have to? Is there like a setting on here I have to hit?
No,
Okay, let me try plugging this out and then back in. Just, I'm sorry, everyone. I don't like technology. The heck? Come
why don't I hang?
on.
Why don't I hang you up and you use the link again?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay. We'll be right back, folks. Sorry, technical issue in the dorm room. We're working on it. PD's down at ISU, and Dad was annoying and told him to touch his camera. Uh, well now, oh there you are. Oh wait, you were there, and you disappeared again. Is the cable just loose or something? Oh wait, there you are. Haha. Okay, let me put you back in here. Yeah, you're there. You're there. We see you. I okay. Hang on. Let me make sure. Let me show everybody else you because right now they're just looking at me. So I'm gonna do that and that, and then share your screen again.
Oh, nuts. Yeah, you're right. Uh,
Okay, copy solo view.
Something.
JJ screen. Go like
Zoom size
this.
so.
V.
What do you
Okay.
see right now, Dad?
Your actual like the little slides down the side and the
Okay.
yeah. I don't see like the big. And I think
Wait a minute.
it's switching over.
Wait. I think I know what I did wrong. There we go. So did that do it?
There we go. Yep. And
Okay.
we're
Sorry about that.
back. Technical difficulties. We're blaming it on ISU.
It was because I said I think it's fine, but do you want me to hit the button? And you were like, hit the button, and now here we are.
Yeah, here we
So
are.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Wise words of someone that I don't know who said that, but someone said that, and they were right. Anyway, now my book is malfunctioning. Then covered to make it all nice and neat. Oh, what is happening? There we go. All right. The other bird we're gonna talk about is the macaw. Yes, and that I
Okay.
think was also would be for from the look. I think. Uh, nope, maybe it is. Nope, there it is. Right, 360. That's where we're going. That's somewhere. Oh, wait, there we go. Okay. Oh, on this page of the birds of the world, we have ourselves the scarlet macaws, that big red one
Oh
down in the
wait.
middle.
Let me make you bigger. Transition.
So in the
There we go.
middle,
Big
the
red one in the middle.
scarlet
Gotcha.
macaw,
Yeah.
okay, that's
Yep.
the one we discussed,
Okay.
is different than the other red one next to it, which is the green wing macaw. That one is
Okay.
only found in Central America. I mean, South America, yeah. But the scarlet one, the one with the yellow in the middle, is found in Central America and is the one I saw. There you
Cool.
go. All right. Then we will do Book of Mammals for the monkey, and I will be bringing it out again at the end, but that will be for then. Great
Hmm.
job, James. Richie. Okay. Anyway, where are the capuchins? Here we go. All right. So, yeah. yeah. Oh, you will see two types of white-faced capuchins in this book, right
Nice.
over here. Okay.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
one
Oh,
I'm
the
currently pointing at is the Colombian one.
okay.
But the one not the one I'm not touching, the other one down there, over there,
Oh,
over here,
on the
that one.
corner of the page. Okay. Yeah. Yep.
That one is the Panamanian and the one I saw. Okay,
Nice. Okay.
and you can see they look almost identical.
Yeah, as I say, they look like the same monkey. The three of them there look
Apparently,
like
the
the same
females
monkey.
of the Colombian have more tufts on their head, but like,
Oh. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
that they look almost identical. So
Yeah.
yeah, just
That's
some book.
crazy.
These are great books, and also use books, kids. Even if they
Yeah.
become out of date, they're still better. I don't
That's
care.
right.
Because when they were written, there's a 99.9% chance they're right. But when the
That's right.
internet, there's 99.9 chance that it's wrong all the time.
There you go.
Okay, that was a little extreme, but you get the point.
Yeah.
All right, so some folks talked about macaws, monkeys, and pelicans. But
Okay.
none of these were my favorite animal of these 2 days.
Okay.
The macaw might have been the coolest. The monkey might have been the craziest. The pelican might have been the one I've seen the most, and of different subspecies. However, my favorite was none other than the common Pacific side Ecuadorian hermit crab.
For
People
someone
don't always
for a
call it
creature
that. It's
that
also
lives
just called the Ecuadorian hermit crab. I chose the longest name because that's the one I heard first, and it's really funny.
so for a creature that lives in such a small house, he would have to
Yeah,
have a
you can
very
see I have
large
two little ones
nameplate.
right here.
He would have to have a
These
very
little
large
tiny shells.
nameplate over his door here, so they can see.
Here you can see I have two right here.
Oh
Hermit
yeah, look at
crabs.
that. So kinda what
So,
people would think of as, like, a typical looking hermit crab. Just
yeah,
a
but they're actually
okay,
quite small. They can
okay.
get to 0.47 inches long,
Wow,
so
half
not
an
that big.
inch. Yeah,
This is probably about life size, if not a little tiny, actually. This is might be on
yeah,
the small side, but, like, they're small.
yeah, yeah. So
As you can see, mine have
when
different
when you
shaped
say
shells.
when you say a
Huh?
half an inch, you mean
Yeah,
him and his shell?
him. I mean
Him,
him.
just him. Yeah,
Yeah.
just him. Okay,
As you can see, these shells are swirly, but that one's circular. Why is that? Well, because they don't make their own shell. They're not born with a shell. This is pretty famous, but I will explain it anyway, is that they
okay,
actually find empty shells and move into them, and then as they
okay,
get bigger, they find bigger and bigger shells to move into.
okay.
So they
So
they're hermit crabs that live in different shells.
they're squatters. They
Yes,
just
but
find
all
a
the shells
house.
are empty because whatever was in them is now dead.
So
So,
they find a house, move in, and then take it with them on the road.
yes, which provides protection from all the scary things that might eat them, like
That's it.
maybe pelicans or any other bird, or even I would not put it past the capuchins to eat the crabs.
So
I saw
really, when
I
they
saw one at the
outgrow
same tree that a capuchin was in. I will not put it past them.
when they outgrow their shell and they're trying to
Uh-huh.
find something else to live in, they're very vulnerable.
Yes. Well, no, what they do is that they stay in their shell and they go find the new shell and then switch.
Oh, okay. So they start looking when it starts getting snug, they're like scouting.
I've even heard that certain species, they'll actually all form a conga line from biggest to smallest. And then as one moves out, the one next will move into their shell and they'll go down the line.
So it's like multi-generational
Yes,
housing.
I've only heard that. That could be a myth, but honestly, that sounds like a reasonable adaptation.
You
They're
bumped your
not being
camera again.
social. They're just like kind of taking advantage of the situation
You bumped your
kind of
camera
thing.
again.
What?
You bumped your camera again. You're frozen. Your picture is frozen.
Oh, come on.
Bumped your
It's because
wire
you
or
told me
something.
to press it. This is your fault.
It's all my fault. Let me see. If I do this,
I might bring this stuff home this weekend, Dad, so you can make sure I didn't break anything.
okay?
I mean, I see me now on
Okay,
the thing.
you're back on your good camera. Yes, you're working again. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
But yeah, also these guys are detritivores, so they'll eat all the little dead things on the ground, like, rotting meat, rotting plants, mulch, like the organic stuff in mulch. They'll just
Right.
eat all the little garbagey things.
Yeah.
Not like bio waste. There we go. That's a better term
Right.
for it.
Poop.
Yeah. And they're found in sandy and rocky coasts off their hermit crabs, so coastlines
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And they live down the entire Pacific coast of Central and South America. So not just Ecuador. But I
Okay.
really like this name. It's just that like you don't have to use this version of the name. I don't even think it's commonly used, but it's a very funny version of the name.
It's so like when one of the bigger sea creatures looks at him and says, "Hey, Squirt, what's your
Mhm.
name?" I am the common Pacific side Ecuadorian hermit crab, Sionobita compressus.
Now there is another reason that this little guy is my favorite animal of this that I saw on this day. Okay.
Okay.
And that's because I got this totally adorable, totally epic video of one of them.
Okay.
Look at this little guy. He's just a little guy. And no
He's
one
just
did, by the way, because they're all lame.
he's just chugging along off into the leaves.
Yeah, no one that was very cute. I was very happy, but no one else came to see it because they're all lame. So no offense if you're watching this, you're on the trip with me. That was lame. Half of you were still at the half of you were still in the water, by the way, like 100 feet away. You didn't even hear me, just to be clear. But also, one more thing that's interesting. So this one's in the family Coninopidae, which is actually very interesting because
Okay.
hermit crabs are so like there's so many of them. They're actually not only in that family, I believe.
Okay.
This is actually is a family of land hermit crabs. So there's actually multiple families of hermit crabs,
Okay.
which is they're in a super family called Paguoridae.
Oh,
And Caenobactidae is unique because it even includes the largest hermit crab, the coconut crab, which will definitely be one animal I would love to talk about on the channel one day. But
okay.
yes. So there's actually one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine families of hermit crab. And this is
Huh,
just in one of them.
okay.
And some of them are even known as like left-armed hermit crabs because some of them, like their left arm is like bigger.
Oh, yeah, that
And
big
there's like
claw.
you're
Yeah.
thinking of fiddler crabs, but yes.
Oh, okay.
I know
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you're
yeah,
thinking
yeah,
of that. I just know,
yeah.
but yeah, but these guys I believe have mostly symmetrical claws. So
Okay.
yeah. But overall, very cute little guy,
Nice.
hermit crab. I even called it adorable back then. So cute. Anyway, so that was day 6. I did see many other animals, but I can only have time to talk about so many, unfortunately. And I do want to eventually go to talk podcasts on other things.
Yeah. Yep.
So, but we do have one more animal, and we're going to talk about an animal from day 7. Yes, an
Okay.
animal from the last day.
Okay.
And I believe I saw it in 2 places. I think the one I saw at my hotel before we left the Central Pacific Coast was one, but I'm positive the one I saw in San Jose was one of these animals. Okay.
Okay.
San Jose is the capital city located in a valley amongst mountains, but it's still
Okay.
relatively high elevation wise. Like,
Okay.
I think, like, at least like 500 to 1,000 feet. Not like super high, but like it's not sea level. So
Right.
cool high altitude city, and then very urbanized, but there's still plenty of pockets for nature to live in, such as
Okay.
the animal I saw. So, what do you think this animal is going to be, Dad? What animal do you think I saw?
Okay. Scorpion.
Nope. But it does start with S. It is the
A sc
vagriated squirrel. And I actually recently got a little mini that I actually identified as the squirrel, which was really cool by coincidence. So I'll try to let folks know.
Variegated? Variegated
Variegated,
squirrel.
whatever it is. I don't know. Its name's weird, but it's a squirrel. Class Mammalia, order Rodentia. Yes, squirrels are rodents. As someone that
Oh,
is always telling
shocker.
people, actually, this animal isn't this. Squirrels are one of those ones I'm like, oh, wait, no, yeah, it's a rodent. You're right. I feel like they wouldn't be as someone that knows animals, but no, they are. So yeah,
They kinda look like a
Vagriated
rodent.
squirrel,
Yeah.
order Rodentia, family Sciuridae, squirrels. They
Okay.
scurry around. I'm assuming what that name means. If not, then that's a missed opportunity.
It's good.
Anyway, length of about 10.2 inches. So not a small squirrel, but not a large squirrel. It's a squirrel. Okay.
Yeah.
Weighs about 18 ounces. They mainly eat seeds, including acorns. Yes, they do eat acorns, but they're not gonna eat like the really, really hard nuts that like a macaw might crack into.
Yeah.
Also, they do eat fruit, which I feel like I have to say because the image here is of one eating a fruit. They
Okay.
don't only eat seeds, but they primarily eat seeds. So
Okay.
they live in rainforest, dry forest, cloud forest, rural and urban areas. As I
Okay.
saw one in the one in San Jose was in a coffee plantation,
Okay.
a special exhibit shade grown coffee plantation, and shade grown is more natural nature focused for
Oh, okay.
conservation and actually I believe is actually can be better for the coffee.
Okay.
But yes, it was in the middle of the suburbs on the edge of the city.
Okay.
The other one I saw was in the hotel. Now I'm not positive that one was a vagriated squirrel. It might have been a red-tailed squirrel,
Okay.
but still it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I did see a red-tailed squirrel though on day 3 for sure. So,
Okay.
and I did see a variegated whatever squirrel in the coffee plantation.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Cool.
range Central America, Mexico through Panama. There's 15 different subspecies of this squirrel.
Wow.
Not only that, like you can find like 5 or 6 of them in Costa Rica.
Okay.
So, when I was in the Central Pacific Coast, the one I probably saw, if it was a vagriated squirrel, would have been Scurius vagriotis melania, which actually kind of looks like this one, almost black, like sometimes it's pure black and like a darker colored squirrel.
Okay.
I'm not sure the one I saw was that, but maybe. However,
Okay.
the one I saw in San Jose was most definitely this subspecies pictured. though the video I got was too long for this podcast. For transferring to the PowerPoint, it's a whole
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
this is an image of that subspecies, Scorius vagriotis rigigus. And you can see what's more famous for variegated squirrels, and some subspecies show a lot more, is that orange belly. Some
Oh, okay.
subspecies, it's very like half orange, half brown. When I use
Right.
the book, I'll show you that.
Okay.
Actually, let's just do that right now.
Okay.
I control the pace. I can do whatever I want whenever I want.
That's right.
I mean, you're here, but I could just ignore you. So, no offense, Dan. I'm just messing with you. Scroll. That's all mice. I'm not talking about mice. No offense against mice. Uh, okay, that's beavers. So not you either. Hmm, where, where are the squirrel? Okay. Oh, squirrels. Here we go. Wait. Nope. I passed it. Different types of squirrels. Okay, here we go. Here are flying squirrels. There's a lot of squirrels, by the way. Just give me a moment.
Because they're
Just a
rodents.
second. Found the right spot. Aha. All right. So
Uh-huh.
right down here, that whole line of squirrels is
Okay.
vagrant squirrels.
Oh,
So the
okay.
one at the top here is the one I was
Yeah.
kind of talking about where they have a lot of orange.
Oh, a lot of orange. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
This black one is probably the one I saw at the hotel, if it was.
Okay. Okay.
That is the one I believe my figure most accurately represents.
Okay.
And then, does it have the one I saw? No, but as you can see, there's a lot of different color morphs. And while some squirrel species do have color morphs, even in the same subspecies, and obviously this squirrel will also vary even within a subspecies,
Right.
you can just see how much variety there is in this squirrel.
Right.
And this squirrel only lives in like the southern half of Central America, and there's 15
Oh,
subspecies. Isn't that crazy?
that's crazy.
There's like a white one and all this stuff. Yeah.
That's totally crazy.
So that was a cool way to end. Actually, I do have a video of the hotel one I can show real quick.
Okay.
Not a great video because it was up in a tree, and well, I was not in the tree, but you can see him running around up there. You can see his tail twitching and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll play it one more time. If anyone's watching, I want to try to spot it again. It's on the main trunk and kind of runs out until the little branch that's almost vertical in terms of the slide. I think
Okay.
that will help.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you
Oh,
see
yeah,
it,
I see him.
Dad?
I see him. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That
Okay.
top branch kinda near the top of the screen, and then
Yeah,
he's
I'll play
kinda
it one more time
yeah.
because
Yeah.
maybe if Dad then saw it. So yeah, he runs off the main tree onto this little branch.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Epically I love your title.
epic video.
Epically epic video.
Epic video. Yeah. Well, so that was the end of the trip. I know, big sad. When you type on PowerPoint now, like the colon parenthesis for sad face, it makes a little sad face now. By the way, it's just
Yeah.
not new news. I just think it's neat. Um, this was one of the, if not the best experience of my entire life. I mean, how many podcasts have I made about this trip? I could make
Yeah.
many more if I really wanted to, but I do want to move on to other topics. My birthday's right around the corner, and I might be selfish and do stuff about my favorite animals, but it's my podcast. You can't stop me.
That's right.
And like
That's
here, we
the
have an
goal.
image with a little bird. So it's a sunset on the beach of the hotel of the last night that we stayed, like really there, because the next night we woke up at like 2 a.m. to leave for the airport.
Right.
And here's the sunset. You can see the island in the distance. And then that little bird in the bottom left corner is a willet, which is really
Okay.
kind of fitting for me because when I really started birding, I saw a willet in Jacksonville, Florida during the band trip on the beach, and there was one willet.
Right.
And then come to this trip, and I'm on a beach towards the end, and there's one willet.
One will it.
And I don't, it just felt like maybe I'm doing something right. It felt like a
Yep.
sign. Maybe
Yep.
it's even the same willet. I doubt
That's
it.
right. He's been
but you
following you
never
around.
know. So yeah,
Keeping tabs on you.
very cool. So
He's
yeah,
your
thank
bud.
you all for listening to these podcasts. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you learned something. Maybe some of you even want to go to Costa Rica now, try to see some of the animals I saw. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed learning about these Costa Rican animals. And next time we'll move on to bigger and greater things. So yeah,
All right. All right. Pinos out. Bye,
bye.
everybody.